Alright, okay. So, while the other half is stuffing her face with whatever she's eating, I thought
Fuck
we'd
off.
I thought we'd come on and watch the new Mass Effect trailer. I think we've both seen it now. Yeah, because you saw it before, didn't you? On me. When we had that call. So yeah, we've both seen it,
Yes,
but
I
I
did.
thought before we start talking about it, because we should probably just have a little look and see if there's anything else that jumps out before we start to refresh our memories before we start talking about it. So you ready? All right.
We are travelers, constantly moving forward and looking back. Alone and as one. We have no choice but to try. For our insatiable curiosity. For our fear of what should happen if we don't. You are that explorer now. We will say goodbye, and you will look back one last time. And know that wherever you go, we will be with you. This is Commander Shepard, signing off.
Alright. Can hear your cutlery going off. Certain.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I quite like that. I thought it was. I thought they'd give us more, for like N7 Day. Like especially after all this time, I thought yeah they're gonna give us like a little bit more than what they did.
They've been very secretive about
Yeah,
Andromeda so far.
yeah, it's been like ridiculously like, under wraps and stuff. I can understand what they're saying, but at least give us a protagonist or a synopsis or just what the fuck we're doing with this arc. 'Cause I think everywhere I've heard that the little leaks that have been coming up, this ship's called the Ark. Like Noah's Ark,
I thought that was mostly like a theory, like nothing official on that really.
Yeah. There's been a few people in like the Mass Effect group who purportedly, I know, they probably don't put like work for BioWare or like have been in touch with BioWare or have a leak. And there's one guy who I can't remember what his name was, but he was on the Mass Effect group and he did a lot of things out the extended cut as well. He basically gave away what was going to happen in the extended cut on that group, and he came and said, yeah, it's called the Ark, it's this, it's that, So yeah, if it's not called that, then I'll be surprised. But it doesn't really look like, it's not a combat ship, is it? It's not really something that you're going to be zooming around in, doing shit, is it? So, I'm also wondering about its size as well, because that seems pretty big. So, I don't know.
I just have to say that like, sorry, has nothing to do with what you're saying, but every time I hear that, like even just a little bit of Vigil, like it just automatically like triggers something in my brain. It's like, oh, Mass Effect.
Yeah. I think
It gets me.
Have you ever seen the Fallout 4 the reveal at E3? Did you like you remember that piano bit like doom doom doom? Yeah, the thing that Fallout does. Like it was like everyone was like, oh, are they gonna do Fallout? Are they gonna do Fallout this year? Is it gonna be that? And it was like really pitch black. And
You should change.
what?
Sorry, keep going. I'll tell you in a second.
yeah, it was like really pitch black, and then that music started, and it was really really cool. But the fact that I always like reveals where they they're like they sucker you in by thinking it's not that, and then they just turn it around and it is. I quite like that because it was like orchestral music that had nothing to do with Fallout, and then it just, you know, it's a very similar thing to Vigil. You know, as soon as Vigil starts, you know it's Mass Effect, and as soon as that piano bit starts, you know it's Fallout. So the whole place just went nuts, it went absolutely fucking bananas, you know. So.
Yeah.
And so did I in my little seat. I weed myself.
Yeah, of course you did.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that when Fallout 4 comes out, I'm just not going to hear from you for a bit.
Yeah, well, you knew this day would come. That's all I'm gonna say.
I know.
Anyway, so
I've
what were you
known
gonna say?
since the beginning. Oh, you might want to do something with the, like, you might want to do like an image capture or make that full screen or something.
No, that's okay. I've seen like okay, well, hang on a minute. How
The
about
stream
that?
is just sitting on YouTube.
Yeah, I know, but I've seen,
I'll tell you in a second.
I've seen other people do it that way, but it doesn't really bother me.
Okay.
Look okay now?
I'm a very visual person. Yeah, that's better.
Alright,
Sorry,
so
it just registered on the stream.
I'm just gonna click through and have a little look, and so that's the ship. We'll call it the ship, but we won't call it the Ark because, as you said, it's not confirmed properly. But yeah, it seems like it's the thing that I got from it. I was a bit disappointed that there was so much in the way of old astronaut footage. We're talking out of a 1 minute and 28-second trailer. We saw around 42 seconds of that was footage from old spaceflight stuff, like, you know, Gagarin and all them. So, well, what have you really shown us? You've shown us zooming
They
away
just made
from
a nice
Earth.
trailer.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't show anything really.
No.
It's like the last trailer. They didn't show a whole lot, but it was still a nice trailer. That's about the same I feel about this.
Is it worth N7 Day though? Just like this, like, you could. I don't know. I was expecting an announcement. Like, I was expecting them to say, "You waited so long. You know, here is here's what you're going to be doing." Like, not the full plot, you know. But I mean, like, when the first Mass Effect came out, they said, "Oh, you're Commander Shepard. You're doing this," and it was all very vague, but you had an idea of what was going on, you know. He was like, "Oh, you're saving the universe from an ancient threat." It's like, okay, fine. Whereas this one,
I don't know.
it's just like really vague and like, well, Shepard's like, "Oh, well, you know, we will send you away," and great. It's like, what does that mean? This is what's going on.
I honestly don't mind. You know, if I know too much about a game, like, okay, so when Dragon Age Inquisition came out, this might be a bad example, but like, I knew a lot about Inquisition before it came out, and I was disappointed by Inquisition because of that. Like, I had heard all these things and had all these expectations, and, you know, then when it came out, it was like, bleh, you know, it was okay. But, like, when I played Mass Effect 1 and when I played Dragon Age Origins, I didn't really know anything about either of those games. I was just like, oh, you know, like, they just kind of happened to, you know, and I just enjoyed them so much because I had no expectations. And, you know, they were both really great games to begin with. But
I don't, I mean, I don't know, I mean, with them, when I say that, I don't mean give away the plot. I don't mean, like, just give me a vague, like, hey, you're going to a different galaxy, you know that, okay. Well, this is the reason why you're going to a different galaxy. That's not a spoiler, you're just telling me what, I mean, you know, you're obviously going to find out that in the first 30 seconds of the game, because if you don't, that's stupid talk.
Well,
you know.
It looks like, from what I gather from the trailer, just going by the trailer and nothing else, it's probably just an exploration thing. Like, that's the impression it gives off.
Well, do you know what I think? I think Shepard is talking to the person that they're sent. Like, I think during the events of Mass Effect 3, this ship is sent with an experimental engine to somehow to a different galaxy. Just in case the Reapers win. Just in case they win, you've got to go and colonize and see this other galaxy, basically. And something goes wrong, and you're stuck there, and you've got to find your way home and explore. Basically, that's what I think it's going to be, and I think Shepard will be. I don't think he or she'll be in it, but I think definitely you'll hear a voice, his or her voice, and it'll be, you know.
Well, they've basically come out and said it's not about Shepard.
No.
It's in the future.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You know, you might hear some recordings or like some nods to the old crew and
That's
all
what
that,
I mean,
but
yeah.
I don't expect to see anybody.
No, you won't see.
I
Shepard,
think it's a bit ridiculous. The people who are like, Shepard, like, okay, I don't really. It's fine.
Yeah, I think Shepard will be the one who. It's either a symbolic passing of the torch, or it'll be Shepard actually sends you on this mission, and it's like, you know. And would like that you get a message from him or her saying, this is what you should do, this is what we're doing, you need to go now because shit's getting fucked up. Or maybe it's way into the future, I don't know, but then why would you have Shepard in this trailer at all? I mean, you know. And then she said I'm signing off at the end there, maybe it was like a goodbye to Shepard and now we're going to go and see this new ship and where it's going, I don't know. But,
well, see, Shepard could be dead, depending on how you played Mass Effect 3.
Yeah. No, but,
so...
yeah, that's why I said this would take place in the event of Mass Effect 3. So, like, literally, shit's hitting the fan, and we need a plan B, just in case Reapers win. You know, so let's send this ship to that other galaxy that we know about, Andromeda, and see what's there, see if we can escape and get over there. I don't know. Because then I think... Because the setting's been set up where, you know, the Protheans are a lot more advanced than anything we have, do you know what I mean? And people before them were a lot more advanced than them. It's just, you know, and though, so why didn't the Protheans just do that, if that's the case? Do you know what I mean? Why didn't they just go and, because they were certainly willing to try extreme solutions with Vigil and all that, so.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't know.
So that's an argument I've got against what I'm thinking. That maybe it is way into the future and we're exploring Andromeda, because I think putting it in another galaxy is, one, it's a smart move because you can move away from all the stuff you've already established, so it's not the same old shit. And you're not tied down by so many narrative constraints, and you don't have to choose a canon ending either. But at the other time, at the other stage, is it really Mass Effect then if we're going? Do you know what I mean?
Well,
it's not...
I think it's just the world. You know, like they're using the same technology essentially, the same rules and everything. So I mean, it is a different like part of the galaxy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or the universe. That's what I meant.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the way I'm looking at it is like, you know, if we are, it's going to a different galaxy, we know that, okay, that's fine. I just don't know how we're going to get invested, because, you know, I'm going to be really interested to see how they do it, how they get your investment, because it was very easy with Mass Effect as a series, because the humans were there was something to relate to, and then eventually you'd relate to the aliens, you know what I mean, because, you know, you'd humanize them more and more and more. But with with the new galaxy, it's like, well, how would they react to a completely new species? And there's only going to be about 70 people on that ship, if that. So, how is this new galaxy going to react to these new people? It's just like going to be, well, what? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know
Don't
how they're going to do
it. But
I have no idea how they're going to do it. I'll be very, very, very interested to see how they do it, to be honest.
yeah.
I don't know. Getting It really does sound like she's sending you on a trip, doesn't it? It doesn't sound like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, she does say like specifically you
Yeah.
are the one.
We are sending you
Now.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
It might. I don't know. Like, you know how the person in the trailer from E3 isn't the person you're playing as? Maybe that message is to someone else, like to kind of explain how you got to the Andromeda Galaxy as a species. I don't know. They just haven't really told us anything. They just keep making pretty trailers.
This is what I mean. This is what frustrates me. Is that it would take them 30 seconds to clear all that up and go, okay, there you go. And there's no spoilers in there. There's no, you know. It's just literally, this is why you're an Andromeda. There, done. You know, there's no like annoying questions after so long of it being in development. It's like, well, I mean, considering this is not even, you know, it's a long time it's been in development now, and normally, you know, they don't do it like Bethesda do it, but Bethesda literally announce it the same year it's coming out. So.
Well, we still have another year or so before it actually comes out, so they'll probably tell us a little bit more by then.
Yeah, I think it'll be out before next November. I think it'll be like fall next year or something, like autumn, like September maybe, August. So this is probably.
I don't know.
In my head, this is probably the last N7 day before it comes out. You know.
It could get postponed easily.
Easily, yeah.
Like Mass Effect 3.
Yeah. When was that meant to come out?
So. Mass Effect 3 was meant to come out holidays 2011, and it didn't release until March of 2012.
See, I couldn't do
So,
that.
I mean, it wasn't.
If they'd have done that, because I was already playing the Old Republic that had just launched, so they'd have done Mass Effect 3 and that, I'd have been like, oh, for fuck's sake, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. But,
yeah.
this is the thing, I thought we'd come on and we'd have a lot more to talk about. But like a 1 minute, not even that, like 40-second.
We have
of footage.
probably about three minutes worth of trailers total so far, counting the E3 and counting this one.
Yeah.
And neither of them tell you a lot.
Or show you gameplay or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just nice little trailers.
At least the last trailer had a bit of meat. You know, you saw the Mako, you saw something coming out of the ground,
Yeah.
you saw everyone fighting, you saw like different companions for a split second. You know, you saw shit. This is just like, let's get some. It's literally. It looks like to me like they realised N7 Day was coming up and they don't have any footage. Do you know what I mean? They don't have anything.
Like,
yet.
oh shit, it's almost here.
They literally didn't have anything. That,
let's find a bunch of astronaut.
Yeah, literally, yeah. I think they went, shit, we're well behind schedule. We're fucking this shit up. We need to get something out for N7 Day. Let's just get Neil Armstrong and poor old Buzz Aldrin and stick him in there and shoehorn him in. And then we'll just stick a bit. We'll get Shepard back. Oh, that'll get him salivating at the mouth. Let's get Shepard back for a bit and have Jennifer Hale talk some pseudo-philosophical bullshit about people travelling to places. And then all we can do is get the one bit of footage that we do have and just put it right at the end. Just one of our concept ships flying away from the camera. There you go. Job done. Hype. Thank you. You know, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Just an epiphany I've just had. That's what it is. Yeah. They're not.
Well, I don't know. I still think it's a nice little trailer, and it is nice to hear Jennifer Hale.
Do you know what?
So they were right about that.
If this came out at any other time, I'd agree. I'd be like, yeah, that's awesome. That's cool. You know, there's a little snippet, just like a little, you know. But N7 Day. Come on, two years into development in this N7 Day, and this is what you give us. Like nearly a full minute of Buzz Aldrin looking at a window and then, you know, driving a buggy around on the moon. I don't know. You know.
I don't know. I think
to
it
be
kind of
cynical.
ties it. I think it ties it to us pretty well. Like, you know, like you might be right. You know, like, oh shit, we need something now. But
Yeah. I can just imagine like this is why Casey Hudson got fired, because they looked at they were supposed to have like 80% of the game completed and all he had was like 3 concept drawings. It's like, you're fired. Let's get. Well, no, he didn't fire technically. He left, but there we go.
well,
Is Matt
you know.
Walters writing this one? Please tell me he's not writing this one.
I have no idea. I thought they got the old writer back. What was?
I think it's Drew
dude's name again?
Karpyshyn, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he was amazing. Because he wrote KOTOR.
Yeah, I thought he was.
He wrote the original Mass Effect, KOTOR. I think it was Baldur's Gate 2. I think he was on as well. Or
I thought
Baldur's
he
Gate.
was on the writing team for Andromeda. Like, it was like a recent development.
I think he's like lead
But I
writer.
think
isn't
he
on
is.
this or something, yeah. But yeah, it's like David Gader and Mac Walters. Oh, just makes me want to vomit. Really cliche. Dial it in. That's what they do. They dial it in. Like what do the Mass Effect fanboys like? Just dial it in. Let's just do that. You know. So when things were happening in Dragon Age, I was literally rolling my eyes, just like, oh god. I'm a woman in a man's body, or I'm a man in a woman's body, and because of course that happened in medieval times. Alright, fine. Whatever. Just okay. Okay, fine.
I mean,
Okay. I'll ask on record, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you are, that's fine. But don't shoehorn it into your game just so people will think you're progressive. And you know, it's so annoying. I know I'm cynical, but fuck. Anyway, Mass Effect, never mind that. You know what? There's probably going to be an LGBT Krogan, isn't there? It could be a Krogan who thinks he's a woman, and he's in a man's Krogan body, and he'd be wearing dresses all the time, because we need to accept everybody and be very nice. And
see, I do not want to see a Krogan in a dress, just purely for aesthetic reasons.
it's probably I wouldn't put it past them. I know they just have something, you know, because you've got to have the LGBT thing in there because it's BioWare and that's what they do. It's you know, and they don't do it because they like LGBT people, by the way. They do it because they get praised for it. You know, you don't do it because they support your agenda.
From a business standpoint, yeah, that's probably true. But I think at least some people on the writing team do it for their own reasons.
I agree that back in the day, I mean, I know this has gone away from being a Mass Effect talk, but don't blame us, all right? Blame BioWare because we only had like 30 seconds of footage to talk about, and that was one ship flying in one fucking direction, and that was it, right? So, I think like when you look back at the original Dragon Age, like Dragon Age Origins, like the one gay person as a man you could probably sleep with was Zevran, wasn't it? Yeah, Zevran, and like
yeah.
His defining characteristic wasn't that he was gay, it was because he was Zevran and he was funny and witty and horny all the time, and you know, he's an assassin with loads of really cool stories. And then you get to Dragon Age Inquisition, and what's Krem's defining characteristic? Well, she thinks she's a man. That's a defining.
Well, she doesn't
that's, you know.
think she's.
Yeah, I know. You know what I mean. She's a man.
He or.
Yeah, he's
whatever.
a man. He's a man. Yeah, fine. But yeah, he thinks he's a man, and that's his defining characteristic. And it's like, there's nothing else. Like it's so obvious that he's only there to get that agenda across. Do you know what I mean? And not only did they write that poorly, but they almost ruined one of the races of the game by doing it, the Qunari. Because when you're in the queue, it's like you're born into a role, and that's what you are. Okay, So I don't think the King
Right.
would be very happy with you just switching sexes, with you being born a woman. They'd be like, no, you were born a woman.
Yeah.
That's what you are. And the
Yeah,
fact-
that's a good point. I hadn't really thought of what the Canary would think
No,
about that.
and the fact that Iron Bull, is so angry and racist, like, she is a man! I mean, he is a man! Brrr. It was like, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up,
Well,
right? You're just stupid. Now
You
that,
can
that-
hardly call him a typical Canary, though.
Well, if you go down the Canary route, he really is. Like, he becomes, like, proper... If you sacrifice the spoilers, if you sacrifice the charges, you know,
Yeah.
he becomes really...
See, I never
Canary.
did that though because I thought it would be too sad.
I did. Fuck him.
Yeah, I figured you would. Sounds like something you do.
Well, to be fair, I mean, I like the Coon, I like the Canary, and I wanted them as allies. And I thought, well, 10 people
Right.
weighed up against a whole war fleet, which then allows me to save Denerim because I can just send the fleet in to stop the fire ship that
Yeah.
could destroy Denerim. The Canary just go, nope. And just come in there and just start wailing on people. And there's literally 5 missions where you can just send the Canary, just like, go fuck shit up. And they're like, yeah, we got this. I love it. But you go to the Arishok in Dragon Age 2, and you say you're a woman, but you're in man's clothing, and you tell him you're a man. What do you think he'll say to you? He'll just slap you and tell you to
It
stop being so
depends on
stupid.
how. It depends on how convincing you are that you're a man.
Well, yeah, but no. Put it this way: if he knows, biologically speaking, you're a woman, but you say you're a man, he'll just say, you're a woman. I don't agree with that, because I think that, whatever you think you are, that's fine. If you're a man born as a woman, whatever, I think it's great that the world's that accepting of it. Well, it's supposed to be that accepting of it nowadays, but sometimes, if you're gonna write a really down-to-earth and realistic setting, which it is, I know it's got loads of mental stuff in it, but from a fantasy standpoint, it's quite grounded. If you're gonna do it that way, if you're gonna have a culture like the Coon, you've got to go all the way with it. You can't just neuter it because you want to have your fucking agenda in the game. You've got to say, hey, no, they're the Coon. Like, do you really think people in medieval Islam were letting people change sex? No. They'd be like, you're a woman, get back in the kitchen, stop fucking about. And that's not that is not the right thing.
I'm gonna take that out of context.
Yeah. No, obviously I don't agree with that, but that's what they would have been like. They would have been like, oh, of course you're a man. So, no, shut the fuck up, Bull. Right? Just, just because I'm from a modern standpoint, I agree that she's a man, he's a man, right? Just because I agree doesn't mean that you should, because you wouldn't if you were part of the Coon. You'd be like, you're a woman, I respect you for fighting, so, and there's nothing in the Coon that says a woman can't fight, so it wouldn't be like, get back in the kitchen.
Doesn't Sten kind of say something? Actually, no, you probably never played as a female warden.
No, I've never played as
There's
a
some
female
dialogue. There's some dialogue with Sten where he's just baffled, like, that, you're a woman, but you're fighting. Like, he's just super confused by all that. I wish I could recall exactly what he said because it's really interesting.
Are you sure it's not like? Are you sure it's not if you're a female Cousland, like noble? He's like, you should be ruling.
No,
not...
I've played as an elf. I've played as a human. Like he says it, if you're a woman, regardless of what race or background you come from.
Okay, no, that's pretty weird, but okay. Well, maybe not then. Well, maybe women aren't meant to fight. But in my head, I was like, well, I think the Canary, the reason why I like them so much is that they're a means to an end. Like, if something works, they'll do it. You know what I mean? If it was like, this woman can fight, then let her fight. Just let the bitch fight. Just do it. Go and give her a sword, point her in that general direction. She's got it. Do you know what I mean? But if they're not like that, then fair enough. But that's my mistake. But it just supports my point even more. Then the fact that not only should Iron Bull not be very happy with this woman saying she's a man, but she should be really angry that she's fighting at all. So. But hey, back to Mass Effect.
Yeah.
because you know. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I just. I thought we'd get a lot more, and I'm a bit disappointed,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah. Here, I actually found that clip with Sten on YouTube if you want to see it. I mean, whoever was playing is using some really ridiculous, stupid-looking mods, but that's not what's important.
So yeah, I was rewatching the trailer without sound. I like the captain's, you know, galaxy map thing on the new ship. Looks quite cool.
Yeah.
Even though you only see it for like a second.
So, yeah, basically what Sten says now that I bring the clip up is, you know, like, I don't understand. You look like a woman, but you're a Grey Warden, and you're like, okay, so I can't be both, sort of thing. And he's like, women are artisans, shopkeepers, priests, you know, like blah blah blah. And like goes on to say, I don't know why a woman would wish to be a man. You know, like
Thank you very
I don't know.
much.
He's
Thank
like
you very much.
really confused at first.
Thank you
What?
very much. No, that's exactly what I was just saying. There you go. From the horse's mouth. Not that my girlfriend's a horse, but
Well,
from the horse's mouth.
Well,
like, that is
Dragon
the
Age
actual
Origins
game.
was,
No, that's the actual game.
but
Saying
yeah,
that
it was better written
Yeah.
than Inquisition.
that's the actual game, and BioWare didn't have a fucking agenda saying that what happened in Dragon Age Inquisition is bullshit. So there we go. Anyway, back to Mass Effect, because it's called the N7 Day podcast, and we've been talking about Dragon Age for the past 15 minutes. But that's because there's nothing to talk about. It's just it's just fucking Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong sitting there eating, you know, sniffing their own farts in a tin can. That's all it is.
Oh
like,
God.
It's like pictures of, you know, a takeoff. You know, that's cool. Ship taking off. You know, Neil Armstrong sitting there doing his thing. The ring, the iconic ring thing being pulled away. There's Gargara there looking outside of a fucking window. There's another satellite thing coming away and exploding. Earth from the moon. Very beautiful, yes. That's very nice. A buggy on the moon. I haven't seen anything about Mass Effect yet. Oh, there's another astronaut. There's a female astronaut. It kind of looks like Shepard. We're getting excited now. And there's more fucking astronauts there, yeah. Yeah. Now the Earth. Now we're seeing Earth because we don't know what that looks like. Oh, now we're seeing a little bit of inside the ship. Ooh, hang on. Let me just come back a minute. I just saw something there.
What?
Go to the ship part where there's a, you know, when you're looking in the cockpit of the ship going away from Earth.
Right.
45 seconds. Look in the bottom right. There's a picture. Of
45 seconds.
There's a picture of a guy and he's like hugging two kids. You need to go on the official Mass Effect thing.
No, I'm looking. Yeah, what? Are you sure that's what that is? It's like, it looks like a dark shadow to me. Looks like a photograph.
Yeah.
Like I see a person's head, but
yeah, on my screen because it's a bit lighter probably. It's a photograph of a man sitting in a wood, looking away from the camera, with a kid under either arm, looking away from the camera.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But anyway, don't know what that is because we've had no fucking context to put it in. So cheers, BioWare. Let's carry on with the trailer. Going away from Earth, right? Okay. Going away from Earth and Saturn and all that. Yeah, the Saturn. There's the Milky Way. Now, that's the Milky Way, right? And here is the Ark, the ship, wherever it is, going towards Andromeda. Is it going that slowly? Like, it's just going.
It does kind of seem like it's hanging out right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it's just like, could go there, but we're not due for release for another year,
Or
so I'll just fuck about. It looks like a palm tree.
maybe.
That ship looks like a palm tree. Sorry, it's like a big metal palm tree.
Or a claw.
Or,
Uh,
do you know that bad guy from Metal Gear Solid 3, the octopus woman? Yeah,
No.
no, right, okay. That looks like her. So you're flying a big octopus woman.
I don't know, but space is so big, maybe it just looks like it's not moving.
Ooh. If it's moving at the speed that you need to be going at to get from here to Andromeda, you wouldn't be able to see it. Yeah,
That's true.
You wouldn't be able to hear it or see it. So it's literally just going at like 7 miles an hour towards Andromeda. So
7 miles an hour.
so, yeah, I could run.
It's gonna
7
take a
miles.
while.
Yeah, I could probably like a brisk run. I'll get there quicker.
Yeah. I know, I'm still thinking about the Canary thing, to be honest. Because that thought hadn't really crossed my mind before you
Yeah.
said that, and then I was like, oh yeah, Sten does say something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, well, fuck BioWare. There you go. That's what we get out of this.
Fuck new BioWare.
Get to work. Go to the office now if you're at home, and get back to work. Because honestly,
Yeah,
this looks like it's been cobbled together in 2 days because you shit yourself because you realised it was November the 5th and the fans will be wanting something in 2 days. So you thought, let's just
I
call
think-
NASA and get some shit together.
I think it takes more than 2 days to like render a CGI scene like that.
Well, you never know when
Yeah.
this was made. This CGI thing
But-
could have been made ages
Yeah,
ago.
they could have made it before. They could have,
Yeah,
and then just edited it all together.
That's
and,
what I think.
Like,
I-
Jennifer Hale.
I think yeah.
Like maybe Mark Muir wasn't available,
like-
so they had to get.
Get me Jennifer. She voices every
Yeah.
fucking thing. Get her in here now. And they just whip her till she speaks. Speak. Right. Right. Use that voice. Mark me.
I don't know. It was nice to hear her, though. I have to say.
Yeah, I never really heard her anyway, so. It wasn't really-
Yeah,
okay.
it's because you're a man.
Yeah, I can't identify with a woman. Sorry, just
No, I get it. That's why I don't play as a dude. I played.
yeah. Like I can't really identify him. I can't really, I'm like, well, if I'm a bloke, at least he's a bloke. I'm a bloke. We're both blokes, and you can look at it, and I can project myself onto that bloke. I find it difficult projecting myself onto a woman, simply because.
Sorry. Just the way you said that.
Yeah, well, I think I even found playing Siri in Witcher 3 annoying. It was like, here I am wiggling my ass.
I didn't play the.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you didn't mind.
Well, I don't know. She's all right, I suppose.
That's what I thought.
I'd rather do Shepard than Siri. She's quite hot, female Shepard. In 3 anyway.
Here we go.
Like in 1 and 2, she's like, I don't even know what she looks like. She doesn't look like she does in 3, like at all. Because in 3 she got like freckles.
No, well,
and-
that's because they didn't really have a design for her at first.
Yeah. You had like that.
Like,
Is Mark Meir voicing it, and the guy called Mark Vanderloo or something playing
Yeah.
Shepard. I think he looks odd.
yeah, I
I think he looks.
I
really
remember
odd.
when Mass Effect 3 was about to come out, they actually had the fans vote on what she would look like.
Oh, okay.
Like they gave a series of different shepherds, and then like after they, decided on a face and everything for her, like a face and hairstyle, they then like voted on her race and hair color and like eye color and stuff. So that's how
You knew she'd be
that ended
Caucasian
up.
white, didn't you? And, she was never going to be Puerto Rican 65-year-old. Even though they really like their diversity over at BioWare. It's like,
Well, it was supposedly what people voted for, so.
yeah, people vote
I mean,
for
that
all
doesn't
sorts of
surprise
things,
me.
though. People voted for George Bush twice, so I don't really put much faith in democracy.
Well, you apparently like the way she turned out, so.
Yeah, well, I like pale skin and, black or red hair. I'm all for it. So yeah.
Alright.
Huh. That and my Inquisitor was delightful to look at. Like, he was just amazing. That was all me. That was all mine.
You are so proud of yourself for that Inquisitor.
He was hot though. I mean, come on. Like, one thing I will give that engine credit for is that you could make some really good-looking Inquisitors. And you could make some really ugly ones if you wanted, but you can make some really good-looking Inquisitors.
Yeah. See. Yeah, that's true, but they had the shittiest hair and eyebrow choices, at least for like women.
And the shadows and the character creation were just so low that as soon as you came out, it was like.
As soon as you started the game, it's like, oh shit, that's what I look like.
Look at my face. Look at my
No,
lips.
my elf was actually very good looking. Like my first Inquisitor, she was very good looking, but as soon as you put her into the light, her makeup made her look like a streetwalker.
Yeah.
Because her makeup looked totally different in the character creation.
Look at my lips. Like it always starts
No, it
with
wasn't
like
like
these
that.
lips that come out the fucking head. Like there's like you've got to. I reckon they do that just to catch you off guard to see if you don't turn the head sideways, you won't see them. So see, my first Inquisitor, I made him, and he just turned sideways,
Well,
and he was like, with these lips. It was like, what the fuck is going on?
I always turn them to different angles because I don't like looking at ugly people.
Well,
that sounds bad.
I learned my lesson, but I normally do. Like, I think it's because I was playing Skyrim just before that, and there's really no point in turning your guy around in that because it's just
You don't really look at your own face in Skyrim.
Yeah. Have you seen that the guy Hadvar who's taking your name at the start of Skyrim, and it's like there's one of these prisoners and he walked up to me and just changed his entire race and sex about 7 times, and the way he looked and stuff. I've seen some shit, man. He's just like really.
Really? He says that?
No, it's like a meme.
I don't remember. Oh, it's a meme. Okay. Like.
Does that look like Reaper Tech to you?
The ship?
Yeah, the back of the ship.
It kind of reminds me of the Crucible a little bit.
Yeah, the back of the Crucible. Yeah.
But I mean, there are only so many ways you can go with design.
It's not a very nice looking ship, is it? To be honest.
It doesn't look very practical.
That's what I mean. Like, it doesn't seem like the kind of ship you're going to be zooming around on, getting into dogfights and stuff like the Normandy. In fact, it looks a lot bigger than the Normandy. I think the Normandy would like fit into like this area here probably. That doesn't look like a frigate. That looks like it looks a lot bigger.
Yeah, it also kind of reminds me of the Citadel a little bit.
Yeah, the way it branches
Just
out.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know what they're for. That's probably the engine to get them from one to the other, isn't it? Blasting on the back.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wanted a bit more than this. I mean, I'm happy that it's come out. And you know, hopefully they're getting on with it and having fun making a new game. But this seems to me, and I could be wrong, but this does seem to me like it's been cobbled together really quickly. Like it's like fucking shit. It's nearly November the 7th. What are we gonna do? Let's call Jennifer Hale. Poke her till she goes into the booth and starts talking.
Or they're just deliberately fucking with us.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's one of those two things.
Oh, they think they're gonna get information.
Yeah, it's one of those two things. Really.
I'll show them.
It's one of those two things, really, and either one would suck. So, either they're really behind schedule,
or like they have their heads so far up their own asses that they think it's awesome. Like, I'm not saying that it's a bad trailer, but like they're just like, oh yes, this is exactly what we need to do for N7 Day. It's perfect.
Oh, I believe in our artistic vision. And I will never change anything that I write, because I'm Mac fucking Walters. Have you seen my hat? And you're just like, God.
There's your old man voice again.
Take the hat off, you look like a prick. You're not a bricklayer in the 1950s. Take the hat off. Christ's sake.
God, you're so full of hate.
There's nothing
It
more
amuses
hipster
me.
than that. Just wearing a fucking hat indoors. Look at my minus hat. It's like, fucking shit.
Indoors, like
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you've just come in from outside, then fine, But like wearing like a proper hat, like a beanie, I can get behind because it sort of like keeps your head warm. But wearing like a stylish hat indoors, it's just asking for trouble. You look like a dick. May as well wear sunglasses indoors. Just, ugh.
If you have an eye condition, you might have to.
Those people with it's me. Just like go up to Stevie Wonder, so you can take them off straight away, dickhead. Whipping them off. Look like a prick.
Well, you just like spat out all these things, like, Never mind. I enjoy, contradicting you.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's fun.
I'm used to it by now. But got 62,000 views. Wow.
Oh, the trailer?
Mhm. Yeah.
You'd think there would be more, though.
Hmm.
Oh, well.
Hmm. Yeah.
Lurking the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they, like, the purpose of the footage.
Young people, if you, I'm not going to come out and say this, right? If you watch this trailer and you cried, go up to your nearest mirror, have a strong word with yourself, and then slap yourself in the face for being so fucking foolish. It's needed to say that. I've seen a lot of comments down here like, oh my god, I cried when I heard.
Well, that
Shepard's
was their
voice."
purpose of like including all of those, all that footage at the beginning was just to, strike people a certain way. Like,
Have a
I
word
know
with
that that's why they
yourself.
did it.
Have a bloody word with
I don't know.
yourself.
I honestly can't hear Vigil without like my tear ducts activating a little bit. Like, I didn't cry, but like, just when I hear Vigil, I'm like, ooh, it just kind of
I
breaks my brain a little bit.
I get like hyped up. I'm like, yeah, this is really cool, and then and I get emotional inside, but I don't like I start bawling because
No,
because
well,
it
I
showed
didn't
me a
cry.
picture of
That
Buzz
was like
Aldrin looking out of a window.
no, well, no, I'm just saying, like when I hear that song, it just kind of sets something off in my brain. Like, I won't actually cry or anything, but it just, like,
Yeah, I'm the same.
it just gets me.
I'm the same. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But I've still.
at the end of Mass Effect 3, like, when you're saying goodbye to Liara, that was a really big one. Like, when they used
Yeah,
that song,
really
it's
nice,
like,
yeah.
oh. And then,
She plays
like,
on the
when you
piano
help
as well,
the...
doesn't she? I think she does.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it just gets me. And the first Mass Effect means a lot to me. So,
Yeah, it's
like,
it's,
I think
it's,
2
it's
is probably...
Vigil to me. It sounds innocent, doesn't it? It sounds like it's just that you're going on a little adventure and it's gonna be cool. That's it's not like it's not a big orchestral score,
But-
is it? It's like it's just little simple.
But at the same time, it takes itself seriously.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It's not just like some throwaway
No, it's not.
thing. It's just nice and it's just perfect for what they need it for, you know?
Yeah. I think it happens when you every time you solve one of the quests in Mass Effect 3 that was like the Genophage and
Yeah.
the Quarian and Get, it plays after it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, I
just to
think it
remind you where
does.
it came from, where it all started from. That's really nice.
Yeah. It is. Like, see, that was very good, you know, production
Yeah, I mean,
in that sense.
just get the people who wrote those two things and just do them again, please. You know, just put them under Duke Harpashin and say, right. And, you know, just don't let Mike Walters do anything, because that is because like every single thing that he writes is just so cheesy and dialed in and lazy. And it's just, oh god, you can predict it as it's going. You can actually predict it as it's going. You're like, here we go.
What
Jack's
parts
going to
did he
swear
write?
now. The Jack part, the Jack mission, and when she's a teacher.
Oh, the...
Yeah, it's like,
Okay.
Jack's going to swear now. Ha 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 ha. That wasn't that funny, kids. Jack swore again. You know, Jack, she swears and stuff. Like, right, okay. You know. Alright. I don't know.
Yeah, that...
I want to find that graph. There was a graph of what people wrote, like in Mass Effect 3, and he was like literally the ones he was
Yeah.
writing. I was like, yeah, not surprised. Yeah, the start and the end.
Yeah.
By I think it was like Interclusion as well. Like him and Casey Hudson like wrote the start and the end of the game on their own, basically.
Oh, okay.
And the whole thing about the Crucible was his as well. That was all him. Yeah. So just on those 2 points alone, he
I
deserves
don't know.
to be
I was
flogged,
just...
so,
I was just expecting something different
yeah.
for the third game.
Mm.
I don't know. And I think they had originally planned something different, didn't they? Like with
Yeah.
the dark matter
Dark energy,
or
yeah.
something. Oh, dark energy.
Yeah. Do you know the mission in Mass Effect 2 where like Hastrom's sun is imploding for no reason? That was to do with dark
think-
energy, and even Tali says it's to do with dark
Yeah.
energy, but we don't know what it does yet. And that was setting it up for the third game, pretty much.
And we still don't know what it does
We still
because
don't know
they
what it
just
does.
said, "Oh, fuck
It's
that."
just some sort of mystical space magic that doesn't do anything much, but kind of makes a sun go out. Who is that
Yeah.
Drew Karpyshyn fellow? I don't know who he is.
And
Yeah. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
They did have to retcon some things though, didn't they?
I think so, yeah.
Like with like Ilos and stuff like that.
No, I think they said that the statues in Ilos were not Protheans, they were like Inusanon, the people who were there before Prothean.
Oh, the people before them.
Yeah.
I thought that was a retcon, but I could be wrong.
Well, they never referred to them as Protheans in Mass Effect 1, I don't think.
No. I don't know. Those statues are creepy as hell though.
Yeah.
Like it really gave Ilos a good atmosphere.
I like the way that Ilos has a sort of weird heartbeat. You know, when you're running through it, there's like a doom doom. all the time.
Yeah.
Going
It reminded
behind you all the time.
me of Metroid a little bit, like something you would see in one of the old Metroid games, which
Hmm.
I think is why I like it.
Yeah, if people haven't seen it, like I think I did a full playthrough of all of Mass Effect with me generally being a dick throughout it. See, if my Shepard was doing this and he'd sent this crew on their mission, he'd probably just like sabotage the brakes or something, just to fuck them up. as a little joke.
I don't think I think your Shepherd would probably take something like that a little more seriously, I would hope.
Yeah.
Like, he is kind of a dick, but I don't think he would be such a dick on something so major.
No. But his prep talk, rather than what Jennifer Hill just did, would be like, get in the fucking ship, arsehole. You're going to here.
Yeah.
And, you know, I want you to just look around, try not to fuck anything up while I'm up there. And, you know, if you find a planet full of bitches, you know what my number is. I'll see you later. That'll be pretty much it. We'll bang, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Like how that became a thing, and it was just like,
Yeah, it was just
it was
YouTube
it was
videos.
Game of Poop, wasn't it? Yeah, Game of Poop.
Yeah. Yeah, and now they just, you know, everyone references it all the time as if it's actually a part of the game.
Yeah. Every time he speaks to Diane Morales, I think her boobs are gonna grow like massive, and they never do.
Oh yeah. Battle tits.
I'm in a show called Battle Tits. So, report to the ship immediately. We'll bang, okay?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah.
Just watching Neil Armstrong again, and some woman I've never seen before, just in a spaceship. It's riveting stuff. But yeah, I don't think it's even anything to pick apart. I can't say. Oh no, hang on. Let's go back again.
What?
There is some dog tags on the left hand
Oh
side.
yeah. I saw that before,
Hmm.
but I didn't say anything.
What
I
does it
didn't. That still doesn't tell us anything though.
say? No,
you
what
know?
does it say on it?
I
Right,
can't read it. Can you?
Raija? Do you know what? I've stopped caring. I just can't bother anymore.
I'm sure by tomorrow there will be various articles with multiple theories.
Mm.
Like, oh, did you see the dog tags? Some people think it says this, and some people think that it means this.
And then
You know,
some
it's just
dickhead
all
on the
these-
internet saw the dog tags and then proceeded to talk about transgender people for the next half an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about right.
It's just my face going, alright. That was me.
Oh, your face isn't on this, so.
No. Thank your lucky stars, internet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much all we were going to talk about, I think. Pretty disappointed, I think, is the overall feeling. Not because we're whiners,
It's kinda-
because we love Mass Effect and we want it to succeed and we want it to do well, and
Oh.
you know, the signs aren't good.
Kind
if this is
of.
what they've got so far. The signs are not good.
It's kind of how I felt when, you know, with the E3 trailer, like I mentioned before. It's like, oh, minute and a half trailer that doesn't tell us anything, really.
Yeah.
It's the same with this. Like, they're both nice trailers
Do you
and
remember?
everything, but like,
do you remember
it's
when I
just
went
like,
on the Mass Effect group and I criticised them for that? And then there was a bunch of
Yeah.
like fucking
and then,
you know, Bioware cocksuckers, like literally.
oh my god.
literally fanboys just go, oh, there's another 4 days, how do you know they're not going to release anything else? Oh, you're so negative. And then after like 4 days of nothing, I was like, so, how do you feel now? You know, it's just like,
Yeah.
and then no one replied. I was like, you
See,
idiots, you fanboy
I will.
idiots.
I'll say this right now. I love BioWare. I do, but it doesn't mean I'm not gonna, be honest about my opinion. Like I'm
I'm the
not just
same.
gonna jump to their defense.
I'm the same. Like, BioWare is sort of like your brother who's just lost his way and he's an idiot, and you needs to come back and stop being such a fucking moron. You're always gonna love him, but at the same time you're thinking, fuck's sake, mate, come on. Have a word with yourself. Stop wearing that stupid hat. And just get right and do the game thing that you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, because if this is it at the moment, I mean, if they just swapped the trailers around, do you know what I mean? If this was the trailer, the reveal trailer, I'd have been like, oh, okay. And then we had the trailer from E3
Yeah,
now. I'd be like, oh. Ooh.
This is a teaser, is what it is. It's a teaser trailer.
Yeah.
That's really all it is. It doesn't tell us anything.
You shouldn't do more than one teaser trailer.
Gets people excited.
You really shouldn't do more than, it should be one teaser trailer and then a lot of silence and then bang bang bang. There's like 3 or 4 proper.
I think it's acceptable to do more than one if they come out around the same time.
Yeah. But this isn't out for another year, at least. No.
But E3, when was the E3 trailer? Like over the summer,
June?
like June. I don't know. June. So it's been almost 6 months since that trailer, and now we just get another teaser trailer.
Yeah.
So.
Like Happy N7 Day, cocksuckers. Here's some video of Neil Armstrong looking out of a fucking window. Money, please. More money, please. Thank you. Yeah, pre-orders are on the way. No, we're not telling you what's in it. Just give us the fucking money, alright? Just give us the money. What? What? No, there might be a soundtrack in there. I don't fucking know it. I'll tell you what I'll give you. This little statuette thing. You have a little statue of some dude. Some thing. There you go. $150, please.
If they do what Metal Gear 5 did with like the whole releasing an unfinished game and you can like buy the real ending later, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
Well, we don't know that's what Konami is doing. They might have just honestly cut that content and left it, but the signs are that eventually that 3rd chapter will come out as a DLC and shit will hit the fan.
See, I just hate that so much. Like, it makes me miss the, like the old console days where you just never got a game unless it was finished. Like, they didn't release games unless they were done. Yeah. And now it's just
I think Metal
everywhere.
Gear was
like,
done.
oh, well, let's.
I think that's why it's unforgivable, because Metal Gear was done. They just cut that out because they want to sell it to you later. So, but if they start doing...
well, it's still not the complete game, is what I'm saying.
No. But if they start fucking about like that, I mean, just look at what CD Projekt Red did with Witcher 3. Look how much money they earned. It's ridiculous how much money they earned from doing that, from being nice and honest and releasing a finished game with all the stuff in the game that's supposed to be there, and then after they've released that big massive game that they've been working on for ages and got really good reviews, after they released that, then they started working on the expansion pack. They didn't call it a DLC, they called it the expansion pack, because it's an whole game in itself. The Heart of Stone, it's like a whole game in itself, where you're going somewhere completely new and different, doing something with Geralt that you've never done before. It's awesome.
Didn't they also do some free DLC or something?
Yeah, they did about 90 pieces of free DLC. Like costumes,
90?
Costumes, soundtracks, levels, quests, locations, stuff that they didn't have time to complete. They just spruced up and released it for free. And there's about 90 of them. There's loads.
I didn't realize it was that much. I thought it was just a couple little things. Like, okay, here you go.
Honestly,
oh damn.
I'll look at it now. The bar. It's going to take me too long to count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20.
You all know you wanted to listen to my boyfriend count. Like that's why you logged in to Twitch and YouTube.
52. 52 pieces
Oh, okay.
of free DLC.
That's still a lot.
And 8 of those are quests. So,
Yeah, that's really cool.
yeah. So, companies should do that. Not.
Yeah, see, it
Yeah.
seems like the difference is like they want to do that for the fans, whereas like most companies just want to do it for themselves, which makes sense. I mean, they have to make their money and all that, but
Yeah. I mean I would
like
see,
something just gets lost.
I would see that point a lot more if CD Projekt Red wasn't making an obscene amount of money. But they are. So, it just goes to show
Yeah.
you, if you don't fuck people over, they'll keep coming back. Don't treat us like cash cows. And don't release teaser trailers until you've got something to show. If you don't have anything to show, then don't put 3/4 of your fucking teaser trailer filled up with Buzz Aldrin farting in a can, right? Just put,
Oh my god.
just do, when you've got something. I'd have been alright with nothing coming out on N7 Day, but like loads of concept art and like little bits of, or they did like a Q&A
Yeah, I think
or
they did.
something. That'd be
I think
fine.
they did concept art last year.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I'd be like, yeah, cool. Alright. You haven't got anything to show. Well, that's worrying, because you've only got a year to go. But, that's fine. But don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. Right? It's not raining. It's not. This is not a real... I just want to when they said we were going to do like a teaser thing, I was like, okay, well, okay. Now it's here, and it's like, well, I don't know. It's too little, too late. To be honest with you, got a year to go, and there should be more than this. I think.
Yeah, see, last year they released 7 new concept art images. That was before they had named it, so it's like it says Mass Effect 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually know this because I posted it on Facebook last year, and like since it tells me everything I did on this day, then yeah, comes right up.
I love the fact that this is a company who said it's not called Mass Effect 4, not calling it Mass Effect 4. And I was like, okay, fine. Oh, by the way, we've got some concept art for Mass Effect 4 here. Was that? You
Well,
just tell me to know.
Oh, that was like a year ago, and
just-
Nathan's here. Hello.
Oh, hello. Yeah, it's like you just told me not to call it Mass Effect 4. Why can't you?
I think this was before that. I don't remember though. I don't remember clearly.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I just.
I mean, it was a full year ago when that came out.
I should probably
Oh
ask
my God,
Nathan if
what's
he's
that
playing
sound?
The Old Republic. Oh, by the way, The Old Republic. I have to say, since we were talking about BioWare games, I'm really, 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 really enjoying it. I'm really impressed with it at the moment. I mean, alright, it took them 5 years to release the game that was supposed to be fucking out in the first place, but at least it's here now, at least now it's here. 4 years, sorry, at least now it's here. They said it's going to be a Knights of the Old Republic game that never has to end, because it's a BioWare game, and you can just play it on your own if you want, and you can just fuck around doing your own thing, and that's fine, and we won't penalise you. Great. And then the game came out, and you couldn't do fucking anything on your own, because you'd get absolutely tanked by everything in the main story unless you did one or two things. You either did quests with other people, which you don't want to do anyway because you're playing a BioWare game and you hate other people, or you grind your ass off for hours and hours and hours.
I remember when I played, I got into one of my story missions and I just kept getting annihilated.
Yeah.
And then like you had to come and help me.
Yeah. I mean,
like killed the dude in one hit because you were a way higher level. But...
Yeah, I was a Sith warrior as well. They literally just tonk people on the head and go, oh,
yeah,
you're dead. I think I was killing them by the force charge, which is just my initial thing. I can just jump over and go, oh, they're dead. Okay.
Oh yeah, I do recall that you were like jumping into them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just everything dead.
Well, I hope
Yeah,
you're
I
enjoying
still
this
probably
footage
never.
of Neil Armstrong, folks, and some woman on a spaceship. That's great. Come on, BioWare.
See,
I thought there might
I don't
be
know.
more
I
today,
don't
but-
really mind. I don't really mind all that much, to be honest.
Neither
Like
do
I said
I.
before.
No, just,
But
you gotta call him though.
you just
You gotta call. You can't just let him go. Oh, it's all right.
No, definitely not. I agree with that. Or else they'll never know when they do things wrong.
Yeah, and you've done something wrong. Naughty BioWare. Naughty. Naughty. Stopping your pocket money. Ridiculous. If you've got nothing to say, don't say anything. That's all I'm gonna say. If you've got nothing to say, keep your fucking mouth shut. Because all I've seen is this metal palm tree flying at 5 miles an hour. Right, that's all I've seen. I've seen a picture of a man. That picture doesn't mean anything. It's too low resolution to mean anything. And a set of dog tags with nothing with regular on them. And I've had, Jennifer Hale spouting pseudo-philosophical bullshit about travelling to places. So great, And the main reason it pisses me off is because the actual reveal trailer showed you so much more than this. So if they have the stuff there, it's not like, unless that was all made well ahead of time, because it did look very CGI. It didn't look like it was in engine in the old trailer, So
No, I don't think it was.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it said not actual gameplay
Yeah.
footage
I mean,
on the
alright,
trailer.
Well, that doesn't take a long time to make, so. I'm worried actually, because I'm like, well, if is this what you got with the year to go? Is this what it? Because from like previous development cycles, at this stage there was so much about, and there was articles and especially with Dragon Age Inquisition, they were already releasing gameplay trailers at this point, like full-on gameplay trailers.
Yeah, I think they might be doing this on purpose, just holding a lot of the information. At least
Maybe.
that's what I hope is going on, because if they don't have any more than this, then yes, it's worrying. But I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope so. I mean, it'd be awesome if they were just being arseholes and going, let's wind them up. You know what I mean? Where's that stock footage of Buzz Aldrin farting into a can? Let's put that on there. They'll love that. And then
My God, stop saying that.
We'll get this metal fucking palm tree, and we'll have it just. And that's not even the ship. That's just a bit of space debris that was just, Let's just put that stock image and have it sailing over there. So when they see the actual ship, it's amazing and it's awesome. Actually, it's quite a cool ship. It just doesn't look like it can. It looks like you're flying Deep Space Nine. You know what I mean? That kind of sized ship. Even though that was a space station, it looks like a space station. It's actually.
I guess Nathan was thinking the same thing that I just said, like before. The Twitch delay allowed him to hear what I was saying about them wanting to preserve the mystery.
Maybe. I that's what I hope they're doing. But you can't keep doing. I'm gonna stick to the point of, if you got fuck all to say, then just don't, because it's only gonna create hysteria and it's just...
I don't know. A lot of people seem to be into it though. Like they know what they're doing from a business standpoint.
Yeah, but
like they know that they're.
That's also people on the official Mass Effect channel though. You can bet if there's somebody there going, this is bullshit and I hate it, they'd be like, well, that comment's deleted. Buzz Aldrin won't like that, so we'll delete that. It won't make him cry. So.
Oh, you can.
You've got moderators on there, definitely. They do have They've got community managers who'll sift through all that bullshit and get rid of it pretty quickly.
See, I hate that. Just as far as the internet goes, like a lot of Facebook pages do that too.
Yeah.
Like, I've had friends who've like made negative comments on like a page, and then like their comment was deleted and they were banned from ever making comments on the page again. It's like, well,
Wow.
that's bullshit.
Okay. You are no
You
longer.
know,
You don't
like,
love
and
us
if they-
unconditionally. You're no longer allowed an opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you. But,
Yeah. Just annoys me.
you know what, it was nice. It was a nice little trailer. You know, but when you've just had an E3 trailer like that all those months ago, if you either have nothing to show, which is worrying, or you're being a dick and withholding, you know, stuff that you want to withhold, which is fine. But at the end of the day, there could have at least been some more clarification on what the fuck's going on and why should we care. You know, there should be, rather than saying it's Mass Effect, of course you care. Well, no. In fact, you have to earn that. You don't just get given it. You don't just get oh.
I see what you mean.
I'm pissing my pants. I've come everywhere. We're Mass Effect. No. you have to earn.
I don't want to know what you're doing in your own
You
time.
have. Hey, what me and Leora have is special, and you know,
Uh-huh.
when we got together, you knew. That, anyway, no, and it's like I'm just, you know, you got to earn my trust. You got to earn the fact that I'm going. Okay, I'm on board. I like this. I like where it's going. You can't just put some bullshit pseudo-philosophical vague twattery on YouTube and expect me to just jump for joy and like it's the best thing ever made.
Twattery.
Yeah, it's the best
That
thing.
is my new favorite word.
Like, it's the best thing, and expect me to think it's the best thing ever made by a human because you've slapped Mass Effect on the front of it. It's not.
Twattery.
It's not good. This is why doing this with an American is so hard. Can I say one word slightly out of your spectrum, and you're there the next half an hour going, huh, twattery.
No, see, I know what that. So,
Brilliant.
what? It's funny. Okay.
Twattery. Like, I'll literally like
What?
in about 10 minutes I'm like, anyway, thanks
No,
for
it's
watching.
not like
you know,
it's not
and
like
all
we
that.
don't have the.
You're like twattery.
It's not like we have the word twat. It's not like we don't have the word twat over here.
Okay.
It's just no one says twattery. Like no one uses it like that. It's funny.
I think I just made it up. I don't think that's an actual word.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
It's not because I'm an American.
It's the fact that I moved on and you still carried on saying it. It's like,
Funny.
what is this word? I like saying.
No, I
twattery.
know the word. Okay, I know the word. I'm very familiar.
But no,
Just no one. I've never heard anyone say twattery before, and it's awesome. So shut up.
okay. But yeah, just like that's all I'm gonna say. Like, you know, you've got to earn my money. Like, I'm not just gonna give you my money because you're Mass Effect. I hate people who do that. You gotta see first. You know, show me something. Don't show me footage of an astronaut looking out of a fucking window, and then have Jennifer Hill talking over it, and then showing me a vague ship-like palm tree swifting through the air. Is that, well, that's nothing. You've already shown me more than that in the E3 all those months ago. Am I to say that all that's bullshit now because you just, you know, that looks less and less like it was taken from the engine and thought about to me. I think a lot of people are going to look
I don't
back
know,
at that E3 trailer and going, but it could be like, well, none of that ever happened. What the fuck was that all about?
See,
You know.
I don't know. I think it's a nice trailer, but
It's lovely, yeah.
it doesn't say anything.
No, it's a lovely trailer, and I think we both agree on that.
And like,
It's nice.
yeah,
trailer.
the only thing that the thing that really bothers me, like, I don't mind that I don't know much about the game, because, you know, it's not much of a big deal to me. I'd rather kind of not know a lot about it until I play it, but like, the thing that really bothers me is that they did 2 teaser trailers like 6 months apart. That
Yeah.
just annoys me.
And when I say I want more information, I'm not saying plot. I'm saying, you know, context. You know what I mean? So,
Like, why are we in a
Yes.
different fucking galaxy now?
who are you? Why are you going to Andromeda? That's all I need to know. And when is it set? You know what I mean? That really wide-ranging thing. So even for somebody like you, you can look at that information and go, well, that's all right. That's not spoiling anything. least I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, I think
At least I know when I'm
I
watching
think
the
they
trailers.
already said that it's
You know.
set far enough into the future that everyone's dead.
Yeah, but that's really
Basically.
vague. That's like, when's that? I could be tomorrow if you lost the war. Do you know what I mean? It could be like any time.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking like 1,000 years, probably. Like, because Krogan have a really long lifespan and Grunt is really young. So,
I don't know.
you know, assuming they don't meet with unnaturally early deaths, I'm thinking like 1,000 years.
But yeah, I mean, just
Or more.
Just some context, please. Make me care. Don't throw this wishy-washy, vague bullshit at me and expect me to be jumping
No,
up
like
and down
they're-
with my Bioware scarf
Like,
on.
with the whole astronaut and space exploration stuff, that's how they're trying to make people care.
Mm.
Because, you know, that's like pretty standard. You know, like everyone wants to see us, you know, in space one day. So they're trying to connect with us on that level and make us care about that. But like that's already a thing in Mass Effect.
Mm.
So whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. I think we'll leave it there anyway, because it's been nearly an hour and a half now. But
Yeah, we've been blabbering on. So
anyway, thanks for watching, guys.
Even though
it
it was nice blabbering on and on with
Mhm.
you.
Yeah, we should make it like a weekly thing or something. Just get on there.
I don't know if anyone wants to hear us talk that much.
I don't care what they want.
But
I find it amusing.
what?
I don't care what they want. I find it amusing.
Yeah, I find it amusing too. I'd be down with that.
You know, and if other people want to watch, then great. If they don't, then all right, no worries. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, because I have to
Okay.
I have to earn your excitement and your enjoyment of me talking. Just because I'm talking now in vague philosophical bullshit doesn't mean you automatically care. All right? I don't expect you to care. I just, you know, that's all. You know. So
Well, you're also not Mass Effect. You're Dean.
yeah.
So
That's just 10 times better. Have you seen Minerva lately? No, just like, yeah, killing the Cross family one by
well, Nathan liked it.
one. Okay,
He says, nice job. I found it funny. So.
that's cool. I might be on Old Republic for an hour or so fucking about. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll probably speak to you guys a little bit later on.
And happy N7 Day.
Yep, happy on 7 Day. You know, let's do it again next year. But we'll see you again next year when we will talk about the game being delayed by 6 months. Alright, see you guys later.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.